Welcome back, student. Student, now we will discuss about the software copyright. First thing is that we need to be decide as a intellectual property law. That is the first thing. Uh, Mostly programmer I think that when they start learning to code, writing the code, okay, and the software will be used, designed, even though sold and a market, all that thing that is related to our software is they are copyright, is they are a part of intellectual property, yes and no. Okay, so first thing is that what is a copyright, software copyright, and then we will further decide how we can protect it. Now, by definition, software copyright is a legal protection for code. Okay, first thing is that as a software copyright, if we decide, is a legal protection for the code. That means basically that is a readable for a machine, your computer. Okay, it is used for the software developer and the owner of a software to know the people from copying the intellectual property without the permission or from using it in a way anyway they haven't agreed to it. Thing is that normally the software developer programmer basically he's a knowledge, he has a some degree, some certified, and do a investment of their educational career, and right now he is basically producing some product and a software with the writing a code and designing just like websites, whatever. Right now, thing is that if any unauthorized person just theft and take a idea and you can say copy the code and if employing an other product, it will be a harmful, and that's a I guess it will be a dismotivated for the programmer. Okay, he will be not be motivated, and what the remuneration, what will be the revenue of the for the programmer and a developer, so that it should be a protected. Okay, and how the it will be protected when the we talk about the protection of a software, then the first thing in come the question come in mind, that is a software is a trademark or a copyright. So we will decide according to intellectual property law how we can be protect it. Okay, how we can be protect it. But first thing is decide, is it a trademark or a copyright? What do you think? It is a trademark or a copyright? Think about this. Yes, class. Yes, of course, it is a. Just wait. According to the overall copyright law and overall intellectual property law, that is a we take an example. Like, for example, in a copyright, we are considering that if we are going to be write a book, I'm a owner of a book, and then I will be registered as a copyright. Okay, my book, and I'm a writer of a book, and maybe the lectures and I mean to say like look like as a profession as a teacher, their notes, their books are will be a copyrighted. Okay, copyright doesn't mean that the paper I use in a book, the ink that I use in a book, and a binding. Okay, it should not be a copyrighted. Just the material, my wording, okay, concepts that are basically right on the book, that will be a copyright. Okay, so that if we talk about the patent right, if we talk about the patent right is a considered as an idea that is need to be manufacturing and using a process. Okay, make a product. And if we talk about the trademark, then the trademark is a something that is a represent a brand, not a product, just a brand. Okay, brand, it just representing a brand. Okay, but now come back on a software. Okay. Now, what the software is? Of course, software is relatively recently concept that it is a categorized belonging to immediately. Okay, need to be decided to be clear. Software. main thing that will be understand according to US law and overall the world IP intellectual, they will be considered software code is a considered as a equivalent to a blueprint. It is a basically software code will be considered as a some write up look like a book. Okay, in 1974, the commission will be appointed and rethink about, and then the law 1980. Then after that, the case is it a copyrighted or not? It is a trademark or a patent or but the finally thing is decided that copyright software is be considered look like a book as a literary work. Okay, it will be considered as a literary work of a developer. So the it should be copyrighted. Okay. So we decided right now, student, the I mean to say the question is the right there protecting the software, but the in which discipline we will protect our software. First thing is that we will be right and save our code and then make a label on it that it is a copyrighted work. It will be considered as a copyrighted work, literary work. So it should be as a copyright label. Fine. Now the software copyrighted face are different issues. Even now we are still asking what does the software copyright mean, and many people have no idea how we can protect our software and which kind of software copyrighted will be as a engage. Okay, is a legal right to decide when who get the copy and distribute the software and right to produce and the right to prosecute anyone who use the software and is an authorized way. Okay, who the person basically unauthorized to use the software. Even though that's a different example, but the main thing is that look like already we discussed about the related to a, I mean to say a book that is a text, images, sound. It is made of updated, but look like a software that is include some media. It's in a software coding, that's use some text, some images, some sound. It is also be updated. We know some software as a new version are publishing regularly to piece of source code can be taken from other places and then it will be updated time to time. Okay, that's a programming language. So that the final thing is that if we are talking about the little code that should be copy or the main thing that I want to share and you are already familiar that the most of developer know about the copying the code into your computer memory. That is a normal thing. Okay, because that is some code or some languages are supporting, that is a basic thing. And this code will be involved to run the any application and how the application will be work, how the software will be work. If we just copy this code, okay, then it is fine and you will be generate this kind of code similarly as a context of a language that it will be necessary tasks. Okay, that will not be a copy then. It is the formalities, it will be a some format. Okay, that is necessary to complete the software, complete the application. Okay, that is create unique copyright rights issues for the software developer. First thing, how to protect the main thing that will become like how we protect. I guess that's some material in our next slide. Just data. Yes. Okay, that's some thing that I want to related copyright protection, a force, a force for the anti-piracy. You don't want competitors copying your code. Normally, as a developer, if we talk and think about as I'm a developer, I don't want my competitors and a person copying my code. You put time, you put effort into it, and you need to be make some return and on the your investment. You are mean to say already discussed your you make your career to learn different languages. Now you will be able to make a money, but right now you will be have a much harder time to competing the with the people if you are doing the work from them. Okay, so that the problem is that when it come as a software copyright issue, the concern is just as much about the piracy as it is about the plagiarism. Look like if I'm talking about as a professional, as a teacher, my lectures, research work, when the people are published their work, a research paper, maybe you're familiar about this. It is also be involved that the material, the paper you write, the chapter you write, is it a plagiarism or not? Then it is, will be allowed just 10, 15, 20%. But if your plagiarism is a 60%, 70%, it's understood that you copy the material from any other source. Okay. So that similarly here we are finally decided that the code should be copied, but minimum. Okay, that we are just applying the plagiarism tool, how much the code will be copy. Okay, is this code, by using this code, is it producing the same result or not? Okay, so that is a just a case of piracy. Okay, the case of a plagiarism. So software piracy include from customer continually use for the software when their subscription has expired to hackers, as the one another issue will become when the software piracy include that customer continuing use the software but the subscription has expired right now. Now the hacker basically selling your software, distributing your different software, different version, and a fake version, the other counterfeit version. Okay, and sale behalf of your name. That is a again the issues in a software market. Okay, then that is a different cases, and especially a software developer, for the developer that face a different infringement issues, because the hackers and the many people are violate these things, even though you mark as a that my software is a copyrighted, fine, but the software that include anything from that's creating some risk for the developer, for the risk for the developer, and this risk are, first risk is the first of all the unauthorized copy of your software that equal loss revenue. You will be lost, you will be faced your the revenue, lost the revenue. Okay, if we talk about the second important thing, that is a miss the opportunity, though they may be actually cost you money. Okay, you will lose the opportunity, your work will be copied, and you will be lost your money. Okay, you will be not generate the revenue, and even though you can loss of your investment. Okay, in a worst cases, piracy can lead to the served data security breaches. Yes, one of the important thing, especially hackers basically using and they will be uh, stole your data will be lost. Yeah, many client data will be lost. Okay, it will be maybe being stolen behalf of the data security breaches that create a problem. Okay, for the organization as well as the customer. So how we can protect? Again, the thing is that that is a different issue and a risk for the developer. Even though every kind of public in the world, they are even though we are applying the different law, and but the people who are the hacker, they want to just they have a habitually not do their work, but they just stole the things and copy the things and earn money. So number of people are different mind, but the how we can minimize, how we can protect our software. The first thing is that we need to be registered. Okay, register your copyright before you publish your software. Okay, your software will be make easier to collect higher damages if you will not be registered it, and it will be a maybe the piracy cases, but the if you register it, and then if the person will be copied, then we can go in a court and sue them. Okay, first thing, you need to be registered, and registration is a necessary. And the second thing is that then you will be just providing the licensing, open source of licensing, mean to say user and a consumer, even a company want to use this application, then you will be allowed and give the license. Yeah, you are, that's the again you have protected your software from being a stolen, but still want to be used and shared. That just you want to copyright software licensing come in. Okay, licensing is a simple way to allow your software to use with the copyright violation, and you are basically providing. And another thing that I want to share that you decide according to license is your software is a uh, for the public use, for the customized use, mean to say you are better know about the application software, type of software I'm discussing, system software and the application software look like in a Microsoft. They're just like MS Word. They are not just for the customized. That's the basically offering for the public. So you should decide it is open for the public completely at some access, some limitation for the open, but the further our user should be purchase it. That's all thing we will be can be considered whenever we are going to be publish our software at the time of registration, at the time of licensing. Okay. Uh, Class next is how to get software copyright. That's some registration protocol, same. And especially here is some Pakistan market. I get a data from your IP government of Pakistan intellectually how the software will be registered. Just yes. Now the second, I just wait. I have to remove. Yes. Now here we discuss about the copyright issues again and how we can get the software as a copyright. Look here, the copyright issue for the software developer are at the as the simple as they seem. The simple part is that United States at least publish the software automatically copyrighted. Okay, you can just slap the symbol on your software. It is officially illegal to be a copy. Okay, just this sign that's a copyright. You are familiar on a many product basically use this kind of symbol that United States make that you are just slap this symbol on your software on your product, then it will be officially illegal to copy it. The people, the person will be have an idea it is a copyrighted thing. Okay, the copyright registration process work differently around the world. Yes, different state are using different platform. For example, in the United States it involves just a single form, but if we talk about in a Pakistan, that's some step. I get this from the website as I discussed early from the intellectual property, so that the you need to be filing the application. The application will be available. You can download. Okay, then you will be file up. Then examination will be start. The competent authority will be checked and. Publication in a newspaper, that's if the artistic work only. Okay, artistic for the artistic work, artistic works for that's a I mean to say for the artistic work is a necessity to publish in the newspaper and look like your software also, so you need to be give a it is decision, it is not a artistic work, it is a literary work. Okay, opposition, if any, and any issuance of a certificate by the registrar issuance, and finally all complete things, then the uh, registrar, registration department, admin department will be issue of a certificate. Okay, that's some registration thing. Already we discussed it, and now move next. Here we discussed the some preventing piracy and fighting infringement, how some precautions, how we can save our software for the infringement, for the violation, for the unauthorized access. Software copyright infringement example include everything from the customer making extra copy so they can work from their home computer and pirate pirates uh, altering the software and selling it to the public. Okay, that is a common thing. But how we can protect it? How we know that the people are doing this thing, but how we can protect it? First thing is that as a customer services, make it easy to buy your software, okay, and then renew the subscription and update the account. Okay, that can be enough to prevent the majority of unauthorized, because if you give a license, a person will be a buyer, then you make a condition in your software subscription that you will be after a 3 month, after a 6 month, you will be renew the subscription and you will be update the account. Okay, now the people who are registered in your software and you know about their database, the people did this kind of customer purchase this software. So when they are going to be apply for the updation for the renewing subscription, you automatically do it. But unauthorized person will be when will we do this, then it will be system will be refused. Okay, that is the first thing the customer services provide, that you need to providing updated account and the renewal subscription, that you can prevent the majority of unauthorized. Fine. And second point is the your keep the code secret. Okay. Next, just wait on the next move slides. Yes, yes, class. Now the second important point, how we can preventing piracy. It is a keep the code secret. You know, many in organization they are not using the code with everyone. Okay, the code should be a secret. First step here to making sure that your employees now some basic rule limit who can access the code and give those people an overview of a confidentially protocol, how this code will be saved, how then employees can be saved, providing a safeguard this code confidently. Okay, though you need to give us some protocol, give some training how they can access and be a uh, safe for the organization. Like just I'm talking about like Neatel, that's service provider, internet service provider in our city in Rawalpindi, Islamabad, and any other major area cities in Pakistan. So if I'm talking about the IP addresses, then just the technical team know about these things, how the what the IP. But if I'm talking about hello billing, hello marketing officer, just give me the IP code. My system is not, my internet is not doing well. Then they refuse it, and they will be guide me. So just call the your our technical team. They will be solve the problem. Okay, that is a something code uh, technical things that will be shared just for the limited employees that have a directly, indirectly link. And after also the company will be limitize access of these code and create a confidential protocol will be built and be uh, guide to the advice and guide to the people's employees. Okay, and the final thing is the redundant code here. Redundant code, that's a some company includes small unnecessary component into their code. Yes, sometimes people, some companies are using their code for long, and in their code they are basically using unnecessary component. If someone is copying your code, their redundant code make it easy to prove that copyright violation has taken place right now. Okay, and you say normal user, normal developer will not be understand the basic code of application, because you make a different unnecessary component in the code. Okay, that is something. we are discussing about how we can prevent piracy and how we can protect our software. Okay, class, that is some material and we are discuss about this. Right now, the remaining part of this lesson is some case study, some cases of intellectual property I get from the official website of intellectual property in Pakistan. Okay, now you will discuss in your class in detail, but I just going to be introduced. First case is a Performing Rights Society Limited versus Qatar Airways Group. That a case briefing is just in 17 July 2020. English High Court ruled that it was entitled to take the jurisdiction over a copyright infringement case by the Performing Right Society. What is a Performing Right Society (PRS) against the Qatar Airline? The case related the Qatar Airways broadcasting. Basically, that's a case of a Qatar Airlines using the broadcasting, that is the copyright material on its flight entertainment system, whether the required royalties had been paid. Okay, it is a case in which the Qatar airline using the PRS material, and it is a copyright material, but the Qatar airline is using for the as a just for the broadcasting entertainment for their customer, for their passengers. Okay, but in a world level they are using it, but that creating a so that the PRS go in a court and sue the against the Qatar Airlines. Okay, then what will be happen? Then you and your lesson notes you will be completely read it and give me some finding. Okay, class. I just shared on the next slide. I guess that's the briefing. Yes, that is a Qatar Airlines that will be established by the government of Qatar in 93, and operation will be start in 1994, and PRS just a musical your limited is the British Musical Copyright Collective, made of the two collection societies, that's the Mechanical Copyright Protection Society and Performing Rights Society. It undertakes the collective rights management for the musician work on behalf of its 160,000 members. Okay, the case is also discussed already. What will be happen? Then you will be read and discuss in the class. And the second case is that's related to the not internationally, but it is belonging to a Pakistan market. Khwaja Tahir Jamal and A.R. Rahman classes. Here, the Khwaja Tahir Jamal claim to be a patentee for a novel process for the manufacturing sheet glass through the cold glass technology. Here, the case is that Khwaja Tahir Jamal have a basically patent rights of novelty process, mean to that is a new process, new thing, how to how the manufactures the glass with the help of a new technology, floating glass technology. Khwaja complained that A.R. Rahman glass intent to infringe or had already infringed Khwaja patents by establishing the floated glass manufacturing. Mean to say they have not a get a license, not a take a permission, but the A.R. Rahman glass is like using the same technology, but Khwaja Tahir Jamal Limited have a patents of this to produce glass sheet in behalf of the this technology. Okay, but the Rahman contest that it is not a patent because is that related to a some copy related to a mean to say UK patent because it is not a new technique. Rahman defend give the remarks. Khwaja Tahir Jamal just copy the UK patents of flawed glass technology, but the court is basically give the right to Khwaja Tahir Jamal, and justice said that it will be a UK patent rights, but in a Pakistan, Khwaja Tahir Jamal have a patent to make this. Okay, that is not a case of international. So that you need to be make this glass, but you cannot be able to sell in the Pakistan market. So that the Khwaja Tahir will be win the case. Okay, it is something that I will briefing, and but the first case you will be detail, you will be discussed and give the remarks. Okay, class, that is from intellectual property. First, I mean to say, we discuss about intellectual property and the copyright, software copyright, and two cases. Allah Hafiz, take care, and inshallah, we will meet on a next week and 10th. Okay, Allah Hafiz.